So
Okay.
so the the officers, we wanted to just bring a couple things up with you just before next week. Um, we're concerned about the achievement runs you're trying to do during the progression.
Okay.
Um, we don't want that happening anymore during the progression days. It can happen on alt days, like on Sundays, as long as it's agreed upon, with everyone first, and it's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
Another thing is the talking during the boss fights. Um, we are trying to keep all talking down to a complete minimum. Only relevant boss calls are being made. So if you have talking during boss fights is fine as long as it's relevant boss information and callouts.
Okay.
This doesn't just apply to you, by the way. It's to everybody.
Yeah.
I realized that with that one.
Yeah.
Um. What else? Oh, one more thing. Um, it's been brought up a couple times in officer chat. But the things that officers discuss are usually kept private for a reason. If we need to bring something up with, you and the other guildies, or if we need your input on something, we will bring it up. But usually, things officers talk about are just kept private for a reason. Because I have heard that you wonder what we talk about sometimes. So I'm just kind of letting you know that the things we
Well,
talk about.
it, the only time it ever got brought up was because somebody was whispering me that they didn't feel like they were being treated right in the guild, but
Okay, yeah, and I understand that.
that's why I
Um,
brought that up. It wasn't relative to me. It was what I was being whispered, and I thought I'd convey it properly. But I guess it wasn't conveyed properly.
okay. Um, well, like I said, that's just something that I heard. So I'm just kind of letting you know that if the things that officers talk about need to be discussed among the guild, we will let you guys know.
Again, that was just somebody telling me that they felt that you guys were not trusting of it.
Right.
That's whatever.
Okay. All right. No problem.
So,
Um.
in all honesty, I don't want to be making decisions, and I want to have some fun. Like right now, Jorge keeps dying in the Brawlers Guild, and I'm laughing.
Speaking of making decisions, that's another thing. I didn't mean to be rude if it came off as rude last time when I called you out for it. But during raids, Dunsty is in charge. He is the assigned raid leader.
Yeah,
So
he's actually the one who whispered me, telling me that not to worry about it and just to whisper him next time.
yeah, we had a discussion about it. Um, like we're cool on that part. But going forward, decisions in the raid are Dunsty's to make because that is his job. That's been his job since we started.
I am aware.
So just keep that in mind that he's in charge in raids. Do you have any questions or comments on any of that?
Not really. Again, Dunsty did tell me that if I do have a comment involving Ray for a suggestion, just to whisper him about it instead of saying it.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. It's just we don't want you or anybody for that matter making calls where it goes it might not necessarily be what we wanted to do. So like some people could do what you said while other people are just trying to do what Dunsty said, for example, right? And we just don't want that confusion, especially in progression.
Yeah. And
Or
again, that applies to everyone, not just you.
yep.
Yeah, I take no offense from any of this, so don't worry about
Yeah, this none of this is like a personal attack on you or anything. It's just something that has come to light and we need to deal with, right?
it. Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. It was just something I wanted to talk to you about before the next raid days. Just to keep it's mainly the achievement runs and the
I
talking.
mean, I'm really not trying to do any of it, really. The one in Emanor is probably the only one I was trying, but I can stop that during progression.
Yeah, that'd be greatly appreciated if you could at least not do it on progression. And again, on alt days, we are open to achievement runs, but we just want people to agree to it beforehand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Yara, do you have anything else?
I think I'm good. I guess one thing, if you fuck up or if you do something you weren't supposed to or whatever, and you know that you messed up or something, just, take responsibility for it. Nobody will be mad. We don't have to try to hide anything or deny anything, right?
Well, if you're referring to like early on that Mythic run, when I realized that it was on the bar, I did own up to it.
Yeah, and
I wasn't trying
I
to
know you
do,
did it.
some douchey things or anything.
Yeah, just like going here or going forward from here. Like, if you mess up, just be like, oh, I messed up, my fault, end of story. Nobody will be mad.
Oh yeah, again, if I mess up, I own it.
Alright.
I'm
Just
not
making sure.
perfect, and I'm aware of that.
Yep, just
So,
making sure. I think that's it from me.
Yeah,
I whispered that raid leader apologizing. He was
Yeah, I know.
in all honesty, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have anything you want to say, Trex?
Oh,
And
the
again,
only thing I would say is just to try to include people with guild a little more, because without giving names, some people were concerned that what they, any input that they had about what was going on during raids or anything wasn't being accounted for.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we're aware of the concerns, and we're taking steps
That's
to.
the only thing I have to say, because when I'm being whispered by people that I'm hanging out with, be like, that are unhappy, it affects how I'm playing too. So.
Right. Yeah, and we'll definitely take that into account.
Yeah, we're aware of the issues, and we're taking steps to make everybody feel more included and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say. I mean, personally,
Yeah.
I'm fine doing whatever, follow orders, whatever. I just want to have
Yeah,
some fun.
it just kind of goes back to what Troy was saying earlier, where a lot of stuff that we pretty much everything for the most part that we talk about in officer chat is in officer chat for a reason. It's because it's something involving something going on or something that we need to deal with as officers, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and again, I wasn't the one who was feeling
Yeah, no, I'm
untrusted
just
or anything. Because
just kind of
I've been officer, I've been raid lead in past guilds. I don't
Yeah.
like it. It's too many.
too
I
much
don't like the
responsibility.
decision thing. It's not
Yeah,
the responsibility. It's when issues come up that you
yeah,
actually especially between two friends. I can't take that.
yeah,
Then hard feelings come out, and it's not fun. So I
which
don't
is
care.
exactly why we're trying to jump on stuff before they become issues.
Yeah, but that's why I don't care about officer chat and what you guys are talking about. I don't care. I just
Yeah,
want to be brought up that somebody was feeling that way. And I do feel that they don't need to feel that way, but they did. So I thought I would just try to help out,
Right.
nick anything that could come up.
Okay, that's understandable.
Because again, being a raid leader in Cataclysm and officer and Raynor, not my thing. Not my thing. So I'm content. Just having a good time and hanging out.
Yeah, of course.
If you had told me something different, like I can't do profession stuff, then we would have had a problem. But I'm good.
They can't do what? Sorry, profession
Uh,
stuff.
yeah, my biggest thing in game is I like to do professions every expansion.
Oh.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, you're not allowed to enchant anything anymore. Sorry.
yeah.
You see, that's
Oh,
where I'm going to start fighting.
speaking of which, just so we can clear this up, the gems and enchants in the guild bank, um, the way they are right now, we're selling them to, if you need them, we sell them to guildies at half price, like half market value.
Yeah, I know.
And then all that gold goes towards feasts and whatnot and supplies for that.
Yeah, I've already
It's
paid it. Basically, I put in 20K hoping that I wouldn't have to pay immediately again. But I mean,
okay.
that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's just
But
with
when I asked, it sounded like a lot of people were talking over each other, and I got really confused because it sounded more like that I wasn't able to get this stuff.
yeah,
So
this is why.
instead of
Um,
asking again and again and again, I just went and bought it.
yeah. What we meant by that is the way it's currently set up, so we can keep track of it, is it's locked. That tab is locked to everybody except for officers, so we can tell, if this person is taking it, then we know they're giving this much, right? Like everybody's paying their part. So all it is if you need something from there, you just ask an officer, and we will happily grab it out for you.
Again, when I did ask, a couple people started talking over each other, and it was hard for
Yeah,
me to
yeah,
decipher what was said. So I got
yeah,
really confused and flustered. So I
yeah.
just
That's
did the
that's
easy
why
thing
I'm
and
just
bought
trying to
it.
clear it up. That's why I'm just trying to clear it up now, so
Kat
there's no more
actually already
confusion.
talked to me about that.
Oh, okay. Did she?
All right.
Yeah, soon after it happened.
Uh,
So she did talk to me about that. I was just really confused because only out of all of everything that was said, the only thing I heard was you dropping a guild bank, and I wasn't picking up the context of that, so I was just beyond.
yeah.
So
It's understandable.
it just happens in the chaos.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
All right. Yeah, I
I
think
should
that's
probably
everything
tell
from me.
Jorge how not to die on this boss.
Yeah.
He's died twice to the flaming guy.
Hmm.
Do you guys do the Brawlers Guild?
No, I was about to
No.
say I've never done it.
What? Oh, you guys are missing out. This place is my favorite place.
Actually, that's not true. I did it once in Warlords, but that's it.
I love this place.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we wanted to talk to you about. We're not like mad or anything at you if that's what you're thinking. We're just
Nope.
Yeah, we're just trying to clear the air,
yeah.
make sure
I'm
everybody's on the same page.
I get it, dudes. Again, I don't care. Everything's the way it is.
All right.
A little less chatter, sure.
Yeah.
I do understand the frustration with the achievement thing. I realized that when I died, trying to do it, and I couldn't even do anything in the run. So
Yeah.
realized that's where that needs to stop. So
Yeah. As for the whole talking thing, just so that we're on the same page there too, like between boss pulls and when we're done trash and whatever, joking around and talking and stuff, that's perfectly fine. It's just while we're trying to kill the boss, we need to focus.
well, I mean, I haven't really been talking a lot during the last couple of raid nights, especially.
Yeah, no, again, this isn't targeted just at you. It's
I know, but
talking to
I'm just
everybody.
defending myself on that part.
Yeah,
No, you're fine.
we're just making sure everybody's on the same page and everything.
I got you. What is it? Dotting your I's and crossing your T's.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
basically what you guys are doing. So I get what the position you guys are in as officers and all that. So I try to not put up any issues with it.
Yep.
Make everything clean and good cut, whatever you want to say. So do what you got to do. I just want to have some fun and not piss people off.
Yep. And that's all we ask, is that everybody does their part and have fun. We are a team after all.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Right. You want me to pop you back into the other chat?
I mean, I could do it myself.
All right.
I just don't want to jump out without knowing you guys are both good.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
Both good?
We're good.
Okay.
Yep.
And Espen, what am I supposed to call you again? Torre?
I don't fucking know. So my actual nickname is Diffie.
Diffie?
Yeah, it's a long story as to how I got that nickname. But Kat and Dunsty both know me as Chore because that's my rogue's name, and that's when they met me, is when I was playing my rogue during early TOS.
Oh, okay.
So you can call me Chore, you can call me Eastman, you can call me Diffie. It doesn't really matter. You can call me Andrew because that's my actual name. Doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, I'm not doing that one. That's a no-go right there. I
Andrew?
do try to keep the game aspect and real life aspect a little separated there,
Gotcha. Makes sense.
just for a lack of confusion.
Yeah, I got you.
Because like, there's only one Espen that I know, but I already know a couple Andrews, so
Yeah.
and then it just gets a little confusing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Especially if someone has a character named Andrew with some funky letters. Oh my god, that just makes things so much worse.
I'm gonna name change to Andrew with a tilde over the E just for you. You're welcome.
Fuck you. If you really want to do that, I might chip in for that.
I actually don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. What you want to do is actually go to the general chat and look at that beautiful spider.
I saw that actually already.
Isn't it cute?
Still as creepy as when I was googling them yesterday.
Don't know why you guys decided to Google it, but this is my favorite one because it kind of looks like it's jumping up, throwing its hands up in the air and screaming. It looks adorable.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's doing a touchdown. It's definitely a touchdown pose. Love it. Anyway, I'm gonna jump back up and wait for Jorge to come back so I can tell him not to die.
Okay.
Yep.
And you guys should definitely come to the Brawlers Guild and watch him die.
I will think about it. It's 11:30 and I've been awake since 8, so I might go to sleep here soon.
Sleep is for the weak. Later.
Later. Okay. I'll stop the recording.